Today, I'll be cooking for AI, and by the end, I will create a delicious meal using only what it tells me to do. Is this the future of cooking, or are humans still the superior chefs? Let's check in with our guest for today's video. All right, what's going on, ChatGPT? So the first thing that we need to do for this video is we need to give you a chef's name because I don't want to call you ChatGPT all day. So give me your best chef's name.
Oh, I love this. All right, let's go with something a little bit fun and memorable. How about you call me Chef Bite Ramsay?
All right, I'm gonna cut that short. I'm gonna call you Chef Bite. All right, we cool with that?
Absolutely, Chef Bite it is.
Okay, well today I'm gonna be leaving this whole entire dish up to you. So the first thing that I want to do is we need to square away what we're gonna be making. So in front of me, I actually have a globe and I want you to select one continent for me.
Let's go with Asia. Tons of amazing culinary inspiration there. So we're gonna do an Asian inspired dish today. Think of it as a little digital passport to Flavor Town. And I promise I'll pick something fun, maybe a little quirky, and we'll have a blast with it.
Where in Asia were you thinking?
Let's head over to Japan. It's a gold mine for flavor and we can have a ton of fun with it.
I like where your head's at with the Japanese cuisine, but now we gotta select what exactly it is that we're cooking. So should we do breakfast, lunch, dinner, or dessert?
I'm feeling a hearty dinner vibe. We'll cook up something savory and satisfying, and it's gonna be a great main course for our cooking adventure.
You thinking something that's more of like a seafood or land animal? Like what are you feeling?
Let's add a little splash of the sea to our dinner plate. I'm thinking we go with something seafood based. Maybe a delicious teriyaki salmon bowl, teriyaki salmon sushi rolls, teriyaki salmon noodle stir fry. Pick whichever one calls out to you, and we'll cook up a storm.
I like the idea of the stir fry. Could you go ahead and give me a breakdown of the ingredients that I'm gonna have to pick up in order to create this dish?
Here's what you'll need. 1, salmon fillets, about 2 fillets, skin removed if you prefer. Teriyaki sauce, you can grab a bottle or make your own with soy sauce, mirin, and a bit of sugar. Noodles, something like udon or soba noodles will work great. Vegetables, go for a mix like bell peppers, snap peas, carrots, or broccoli, anything colorful and crunchy. Garlic and ginger, fresh is best for that aromatic kick. Sesame oil, just a little for stir frying and flavor. That's your ingredient lineup. Head on over to the market, grab those goodies, and once you're back, we'll dive right into the cooking steps.
Thank you very much. See you in a little bit. New Asian market. This place is awesome. I get all my exotic stuff from here. Chef Bite, I'm gonna go ahead and have you make the teriyaki sauce for us. So just tell me what ingredients to get for the teriyaki sauce, and we will put that together.
Soy sauce, about ½ cup. Mirin, about ¼ cup. The sake, if you want to be extra authentic. Sugar, about 2 to 3 tablespoons, depending on how sweet you like it. A clove of garlic and a small piece of ginger. Simmer it all together. You've got your homemade teriyaki sauce.
I mean, I feel like I don't need a lot, so I feel like this should be fine. Yeah, it should be good. Right here. Money. Soy sauce, mirin, sake. The bell peppers were over here. Grab one of each. There is no green bell pepper. I'll do yellow, red, and orange then. Got some snap peas. Big old carrot. We're just gonna eat one of those. I'm gonna go with broccoli on this one because I worked with bok choy not too long ago. I don't feel like having it again. Yeah, garlic and ginger. I'll grab one of the smaller ones because I don't really need a lot. We're now in noodle heaven. There's so many types of noodles here. We got udon, soba, we got a bunch of stuff. We got glass noodle. It's like literally translucent. I think that's everything. You wanna go to the snack aisle? This part's really cool. I did like a whole entire like Snapchat segment of just the snacks. We got like a bunch of crazy snacks here. This is like, I don't even know what that is. Over here, we have like a bunch of different types of Lay's chips, Italian red meat flavor, like what? Or like, even here, dude, this is like a beer chip. Should we get that? Get that. They have squid over there, cucumber. They had matcha flavored ice cream Oreos not too long ago. They got rid of them. I think they found out they were expired because I found that out myself. Quick and easy in and out. We got what we needed. Try these chips that we just got, see if they're the real deal, and we're gonna get back to cooking. See you guys at the house. Before we cook this stir fry, we're gonna try these Japanese Lay's chips that we got from the New Asian market. This one is Tsingtao Beer Museum chips. I don't know if I pronounced that right. Don't ask me to do it again.
We got, I'm not gonna try to say it. We got the Italian red meat flavor. You gotta be drinking with this.
You gotta be drinking to eat that.
For sure.
That's just, that's weird.
That is super weird. Let's try this other one. Maybe it tastes a little more normal.
It kind of tastes like a sweet meat sauce, like a sweet bolognese.
Yeah. I don't know if I go out of my way to buy this.
I don't think I'd go out of my way to buy either of those. On to the stir fry. Chef Bite, we are back. What is the next step? What do I have to do?
Get those veggies washed and chopped up. Then get your salmon fillets ready by cutting them into chunks or slices. Go ahead and cook your udon noodles according to the package instructions so they're ready to toss in. Once everything's prepped, we'll fire up that pan and start cooking.
Sounds good. First thing we got is the broccoli. So I'm just gonna cut the broccoli into smaller bits. Got little florets going on. Break it apart a little bit. Easy enough. We'll leave this off to the side. Now we can julienne the pepper. So what you can do is you can cut the top off, and then the tail. And then once you've got this form, what you can actually do is you can make a small cut, and you can actually unroll this all the way so you can pull the seeds out. Now you've got yourself a perfect slab of pepper that you can now cut wherever you need to. Now you have the perfect depth for your juliennes. And you'll just continue to do that with every single pepper until we reach every last one. And now we've got julienne peppers. All right, we've got this carrot. So first things first is obviously we need to peel it. Just go straight down, long strips, discard the excess. We can cut off the ends, cut straight to the middle. We're gonna start with one side, straight cut through, square off each side. Once you get it squared off, you can cut your slabs till you get to the end. You could stack it on top of each other. You can make your cuts. And then I could even cut this in half if I wanted to. And now you've got yourself julienne. Peeling ginger is actually very easy. You don't need a peeler because it's so delicate. You could actually just take a spoon and you could simply just scrape it off because the ginger itself is like paper thin. So you can see that I'm actually not even really doing that much work and it's just coming straight off. This is a little crazy, but you can actually take your knife and just slap it and just continue to go through it until it's completely minced. And from there, the easiest way for you to be able to chop garlic, put it under your knife, just give it some taps, it'll peel right out. Now you can just smash it all the way, just give it a chop. All right, next we're gonna cut our salmon. This is a little interesting. I did not think Chef Bite was gonna tell me to do this, but we're gonna do it, so don't get mad at me. I'm just doing what the chef says. So we're gonna cut this into squares. I'm gonna be nice and delicate, make it as even as possible. We're gonna cut it into our cubes, transfer it to our pan. Same thing, transfer this over. Let's make the teriyaki sauce. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a little bit of vegetable oil on the bottom, literally just enough to coat it, because what I'm gonna do next is put some of my garlic and my ginger in there. I would say a clove of garlic and then the equivalent of ginger, put that in there. So while the garlic and ginger in here are building up that aroma, we're gonna use a 1/4 cup of sake. And then we'll add in our soy sauce, which we're gonna be using 1/2 cup of soy sauce for this. Now we'll do a 1/4 cup of mirin, which is a sweet rice wine. This is gonna give it that classic teriyaki flavor. Lastly, we're gonna do some sugar. I'm gonna start with 2 tablespoons, and then I might add more, just depending on how I like the consistency and the flavor. We'll let that go to a simmer for a second. Everything you do, you always gotta taste your product. So let's dip in, see how it tastes. Wow.
It's good.
That's good. That is like spot on teriyaki. So now we're just gonna reduce this until it becomes that glazed consistency that we want. Our mise en place is done for everything, so let's put this stir fry together. We've got water in the back over here, and we're gonna use that to blanch the snap peas and the broccoli. In the front, we're gonna put our udon noodles in here. Just a little bit of salt, nothing crazy. A handful of our snap peas in the back, as well as our broccoli. Now in with our garlic and ginger, as well as our carrots and our peppers. Now we'll add a pinch of salt, some white pepper, oregano. We'll put some thyme in there as well. We can now take our snap peas and our broccoli and let's strain it out. Straight into our wok. Udon will go in our water off to the side. I'm gonna bring in a touch of soy sauce and some sake, because why not? Now for our salmon. Salt, black pepper. Now we'll drop it straight in. We're gonna add in a little bit of aromatics. We got sesame oil. We don't need too much with this, just a drizzle. Now the udon's done, so we're gonna do this quick. We're gonna transfer this in, and then straight into the stir fry. And now lastly, let's add in our teriyaki. You can't tell me it doesn't look good, because I know it looks good. We're done with this dish. Now we gotta try it and let Chef Bite know our final rating of this dish. All right, Chef Bite, I officially completed this dish. I'm gonna do the rating based on the taste, but I want you to do the rating based off of the visual appeal. And together, our combined score will be the final rating. Are you ready?
Absolutely, I'm totally ready for this taste and visual rating combo. I'd give it a solid 9 out of 10 on the visual appeal.
I didn't even fucking show you the, what are you talking? I didn't even show you the damn dish yet. Hold on. Pump the brakes, all right? Pump the brakes.
Oh, absolutely, my bad. I got a little carried away in the excitement there.
Give me your final rating out of 10 for visual appeal.
All right, I see it now, and it looks fantastic. The noodles are nicely coated, the veggies are colorful, and the salmon pieces look great on top. I'd say that's a strong 9 out of 10 on the visual scale for sure. Now you just let me know how it tastes, and we'll have our final combined rating.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Enjoy that delicious stir fry, and anytime you want to cook up another adventure, just let me know.
Yeah, without a doubt. Thank you, and I'll see you next time. Now, for the taste. Here we go. That is probably one of my favorite dishes that I've made so far. I've made some banging ones, but that one's definitely really good. I'm gonna match Chef Bite. I'm gonna go with the 9 out of 10. It was amazing, the adventure was fun, the end result was great. I have no complaints. If I were you guys, I would highly recommend having AI cook for you. Make it take you out of your comfort zone and create something you've never done before. If you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and I will see you guys on the next video. Goodbye.